The cerebellum, which means little cerebrum, is the second largest part of the human brain. It lies dorsal to the medulla and pons, and the majority of it lies over the fourth ventricle through which cerebrospinal fluid passes. Along its midline, one can observe in the cerebellar cortex the vermis, which literally means worm, and lateral to the vermis are the enlarged cerebellar hemispheres. These hemispheres can be divided into lobes. The anterior lobe, which is separated from the rest of the cerebellum through the primary fissure. The large posterior lobe, which includes a number of fissures, including the horizontal fissure. And the small flocculonodular lobe, which is not visible on the surface of the cerebellum. Around the fourth ventricle are the cerebral peduncles, which contain the axons which connect the cerebellum to other parts of the brain, such as the medulla, the pons, and the midbrain. Inside the cerebellum, one can see the clear distinction between the white matter, which in many of these images is either stained black or dark purple, which contains axons, and the light gray matter. The cerebellum is organized, and each of these can be found in distinct regions. The white matter containing the axons compose the majority of the interior of the cerebellum. Small bands of white matter then enter each of the folds of the cerebellum, the gyri. The gray matter is located in the cerebellar cortex, which has been greatly expanded due to the number of gyri or folia, these folds on the surface of the cerebellum, which give more surface area for increased number of soma of neurons. But there are also deep cerebellar nuclei as well. And so the gray matter of the cerebellum is located in two regions. The majority on the cerebellar cortex, the first couple millimeters of the surface of the cerebellum, but there are nuclei deep inside the cerebellum which contain gray matter as well. The gray matter of the deep cerebellar nuclei is organized into the elongate, highly folded dentate nucleus, the emboliform nucleus, the globose nuclei, and the vestigial nucleus.